Hey, it's Sam, and I'm making this video about the moon in Sagittarius. So when the moon is in Sagittarius, there's a very fiery and inspired sort of feeling in the mind. The moon is the part of us that wants to connect to the heart, and it's that deeper feeling and that deeper feeling potential, not just on the surface with the emotions, but the depth underneath, like the ocean itself. And because we tend to identify with the surface of life and the people and the things on the surface and then react emotionally to it, that's like the surface of the moon. Those emotional reactions based on the people and the situations and the feelings that are aroused. But much deeper than that is the true depth of the moon. Now in Sagittarius, that emotional depth and the emotions themselves, again, are often, they're related to Jupiter, because Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and they're fiery, which is about action and inspiration and perhaps impatience and being kind of fired up about our beliefs and our principles. So Sagittarius is quite a religious sign, and if there's not other, or if there are no other things in the chart to bring in, discrimination and practicality, then the person could just be very fired up about their beliefs, but not have a lot of skill and intelligence questioning those beliefs, or having more discrimination about it. For lack of a simpler way to put it, the person could just be sort of fanatical about their beliefs. And again, when we have fanatical beliefs, we can tend to push them on others and just be sort of religious about what we believe, and not so flexible about other people's beliefs and curious about other people's beliefs, or curious about how to even put them into practice, or skillful about those things. So when the moon is in Sagittarius, person is looking for inspiration, looking for things to inspire them. They're usually looking for the hopeful side of something, because that is what Jupiter, the ruler, is about. But again, sometimes those things that those things that give us hope are also things that make us blind to the truth. And I mean the truth being something that we might not want to face, that's harder for us to look at. So, just like sometimes a person's religion shortcuts the truth about life. Oh, I just believe this. I don't think about how it even works, right? So that can be migrated over into many things. Because again, the moon is like the baseline level of feeling. So person who has the moon in Sagittarius, they're looking for hope and looking to be inspired in all areas. They want their relationships to be hopeful and inspiring and to lead them to some big thing. So they might overlook character flaws of the person, for example. They want their career to inspire them and to feel this way. And again, it's just this kind of inspiration. They want to, believe in it. But there may be a residual disappointment with things. And disappointment is a very important quality of Jupiter and the signs Jupiter rules that you don't hear about too much. And it should be talked about equal to the, all of the, balloons popping and fireworks that we hear about Jupiter. Yay, yay, Jupiter. Everything has the other side as well. It's not as good as you hear if you're not using discrimination. There's always a bit of disappointment with Jupiter stuff because the things of this earth don't live up to it. That's why we go looking for something higher. That's why we go looking for religion, for instance, because no matter how great the world is, it's going to disappoint you and it's not going to last forever. So when other factors are balanced, like if the moon rules the 7th house, or if Sagittarius is the 7th house or something, then that disappointment might come with your partners. Or if it's joined the 7th house ruler or 10th house, it might be with a career or whatever it is. So that, and especially if it's the moon, which is your basic feeling nature, it tends to permeate all areas of life because it's your psychology. So moon in Sagittarius is that, brings that hope and feeling, and it shows that there could be big emotions, getting all fired up about certain things and fired up about, oh, I'm all exhilarated and now I'm disappointed and now this and now that. And deeper than that whole emotional, fiery, fired up way on the surface is a very deep need to develop authentic teachings, authentic gurus, good teachers, truthful teaching, where, as always, Sagittarius needs to be harmonized with, for instance, like Gemini type of energy, where we actually question those things that we're all fired up about. We actually question our own beliefs and then put into practice things that take us deeper or higher or closer to something that's authentic. So when we're talking about the moon is the part of us that needs to meditate and be introspective and actually connect with the heart. You'll find when the moon is in Sagittarius, the person has a high capacity to really connect to the heart through spiritual teachings and actually doing spiritual practice. This is one thing about Sagittarius. Those kinds of people need to actually do the spiritual practice, not just believe in it, not just get all fired up about it. This is one of the problems with Sagittarius and Pisces also, is Jupiter is very abstract. It's an abstract planet. God and big things, it's very abstract. So it needs to be honed through the actions that land those beliefs into something tangible and practical, rather than just something that we're all fired up and inspired to believe in. Because we believe in things in a very abstract way, but what are you doing about those things? What practices are you doing? Who are your actual teachers? Are the things you believe in just a way to help you bypass the truth? Are you just believing in this religion, let's say, this need to want to believe in something because it's just natural for you, at the expense of actual truth, actual wisdom, actually understanding the nature of life and why you're here, and the willingness to actually figure it out and be curious? So again, these are the questions that a person or people or influences with the moon in Sagittarius. That's how Sagittarius influences the moon, whether it's by transit or in a natal chart.